Well, a goal is a goal, everyone. So before we go over to the other side, just a fair warning. This might not be the most glamorous appearance by yours truly. Ever. It may even be one of the most embarrassing streams I have ever done, but you know what? You know Blobby what? It was for charity. You made this possible for reaching $850+ last year as we raised money for Extra Life for Kids and Gillette's Children's Hospitals. You made this all possible right here. So you have to look upon a failed attempt at a princess. Look, I could only work with what I did, and there were some hiccups along the way. For example, my head was too big, so one of my coworkers had to basically fix my crown in order to fit my fat ass and head. I couldn't really apply makeup the same way, so it's gonna be all natural. So I hope you're not looking forward to me looking extra pretty. But in the meantime, the chicken is in the oven. We are going to be really getting into it, aren't we? So without further ado, lay waste into one of the most cursed images you'll probably have in your nightmares tonight. Are we prepared? Are we ready to see what abomination waits before you? You wish I would be switching to my virtual self after this moment. All right. Don't say I didn't warn you. 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! I'm a gothic princess, bitch. And I do apologize for the lighting. I have my ring light right over here, as close as I can get to it, but it's still not really applying the right amount of light. So the lighting, again, unfortunately, is not the greatest. It's not stellar. So forgive me, and maybe forgive the Bjork head that I sculpted back in high school and the golem back there. Forgive them that I wasn't able to blobby make any better lighting adjustments. I got like as close to my face as possible without it appearing in the camera. See? I can change the lights. See? Different tones. Yep, see? See? You can see it, but it's not that potent. This is as strong as it gets right here. And you know what? I can't even hear that. Ha! I can't even hear any of your sound bites because I don't have on my headphones. Screw you, fellas. You can fart amongst yourselves. I will not be hearing any of those. But if you want to see, oh yes, the main reason why I'm doing this in the first place. See, for those of you who are unaware, we raised over $1,000 for Extra Life for Kids last year for Gillette's Children's Hospital. For $850 plus, I have to oblige by dressing up like a blobby gothic impersonator princess. And for anyone who raised $100,000 or more, get a gold medal with the year in which they raised it right here. So yeah, this is what I got for what I did, what we did to raise money. So big thank you, each and every one of you. This is probably the first time I've actually showed it on stream. So I'm wearing this to commemorate the embarrassment that I'm feeling right now in this moment. So thank you. Thank you so much. Here's hoping that my crown stays on me. Now, if you want the whole thing, let's see if I can model over here. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, look at that. Tight. Good thing the microphone is our sensor bar. Ooh, tight. Oh, look at that. I even have tights. Ooh. And for this occasion, I shaved my face. I shaved my arms. I shaved my chest and belly, I shaved my legs, and I shaved in other places. For the bit. You're welcome. And you have no idea how much fluff is in that trash. And I'm not gonna grab it. That's disgusting. You do not want to see any of that. It's deplorable. You want me to get to low-cal status? Probably I am gonna go into low-cal status right now here, being made fun of in so many different ways. Oh, yes. So yeah, in about 15 more minutes, I think, the chicken will be ready from the oven. But first, we got 10 different hot sauces that we're gonna be trying out for this special occasion. This is, of course, was a reward redeemed almost a year ago from Rebollo. Have an itchy blood once the hair starts growing back. Oh, that's a myth. That's a blobby myth. It just gets fluffy. Oh yeah, feast your eyes. 10 sauces in the hot ones. The official sauces by Heatonist. This is what we're clamoring for here. 10 different sauces. And right now, over on their website, if you just answer one simple question, I'm not sponsored, by the way. No sponsorship here, but I figured I'd let anyone know. It's gonna be popping up a little frequently. If you go on their main website, which is heatonist.com, you can, if you have your first order of $75 and up, can get 15% off that order plus free shipping. And all you have to do is let them know, answer this question. What spice level do you like the most? Do you like mild, medium, hot, or you're blobby hell insane? That is not what it actually says, but once you answer that, they give you a coupon for that 15% off on your first order of $75 or more. I'm not sponsored by Heatonist or the hot ones. There's the link will be popping up, and if you want that link to pop out and you don't see it, all you have to do on Twitch is type in ! hot ones in the chat. If you're over on YouTube, you can get that link in the description below. I'm not entirely sure how long this is going to go for, but you know what? My ass is going to suffer. So, we got 10 different sauces in here. The first one is the tamest. That will be the one. And of course, they got our truth. I'm not sure if you can see it. It might be too dark. There we go. Truth or dab. This means these are cards that I will be answering. I either have to answer these truthfully, or I will just have to incorporate one of those hot sauces on my chicken. Basically, that's gonna be fun. So the first one we got here today, everyone, is called Dawson's Hot Sauce Coffee Date with 1,900 Scoville heat units. A rich and aromatic Turkish coffee-inspired sauce. Notes of freshly brewed coffee, sweet dates, pomegranate molasses, and smoked limes come together for a luxurious low-heat start to the season. Let me get that one out. This will be the first one that we consume today. There we go. Maybe get that light. There we go. This will be the first one of the bunch. That's what we're going to be dabbing with it. So there's that one. Set it off to the side. Number 2 is Zavil Foods Crema Matcha, which is 5,500 Scoville heat units. No, I don't really like coffee, so this is going to be something. Crema Matcha is a creamy, garlicky, aioli-style dipping sauce with avocado oil, Peruvian limo, and Amarillo chills, garlic, and toasted sesame seeds. Savory, nutty, and endlessly dippable. A must-have for fries, tacos, and sandwiches. See if I can find that one. Let's see which one. Here we go. This is the one. This is the Crema Matcha savor foods. That is the next hottest one of the bunch. Then we got pickled garlic sriracha. I always feel like I'm butchering that word. That's 18,000 Scoville heat units. Pickled garlic sriracha isn't your average sriracha. How are you doing? I can't believe it. I like tea. I'm one of those dirtied, watered bitches. This ripe red jalapeno based sauce gets a splashy twist from key lime, pickly garlic, and a hint of dill for a tangy kick. I hate dill. I hate pickles. So this one probably isn't going to be one of my favorites. Let's see, which one is it? Ah, here we go. It's their own sauce here. So this is their own hot ones. So this is their own brand. Right here, that's the next hottest. Next we got Chilenge de Fuego with Passiflora, which is 28. I can't even hear that.
What?
That will be for later. Off stream. After all of these are gonna probably take me to hell and high water. So yeah, Passiflora is a complex blend of passion fruit, smoked onion, Honduran cane sugar, and Scotch bonnet peppers. Tropical and complex with the ever-evolving flavor profile, this number 4 sauce balances heat and fruit in a fresh new way. So, see if we can hit this one out. Here it is. Passiflora Fire Gelée. Right there. That is the sauce right there. Okay, number 5. This is going to be the halfway point. Neo's Big Real Deal with Chimichurri Habanero. Chimichurri Habanero is Argentinian inspired. Herb forward with a fiery twist from habanero and ghost pepper. Ooh, a savory medium heat sauce that's bold and bright, perfect for grilled meats or veggies. All right, this is what it looks like right here. That is the chimichurri habanero sauce. And again, this one is 48,000 Scoville heat units. So it is increasing. And now, we're gonna go ahead and list the 5 hottest of the bunch. Starting off with Hot One's original sauce called Tropical Amarillo with 69,000 Scoville heat units. Very nice. Very blobby nice. Tropical Amarillo is back to usher us into the back half of the lineup. Inspired by Caribbean flavors, it blends tropical fruit with citrusy Scotch bonnet and Fataline heat. So this is what this looks like. It's a... Oh yeah, I got a whole carton of milk at my side. I got a whole lot of milk. I even got chocolate milk if we need to go on to that route. So yeah, there's that one. We got Hawaiian hot teas with POG to the square power. 110,000 Scoville heat units. Help us give a warm, spicy welcome to newcomers Hawaiian hot teas from Oahu. I feel like I'm butchering that. Looks like it's from Hawaii, of course. Their debut sauce, POG to the second power, or POG squared, is a bold pepper-forward remix of Hawaiian's beloved passion fruit, orange guava juice, plus the fiery punch of ghost and scorpion peppers. I do kind of like the design. So this is the Hawaiian hot teas with POG squared. There we go. POG being, of course, passion fruit, orange, and guava for the pronunciations. Then we got the bomb with Evolution. 135,600 Scoville heat units. Keen eyes will have clocked the different bottle by now. Our all natural, and helps us a lot, of the bomb from the makers of Beyond Insanity that's equally potent without the extract. This is where things take a turn. Here's the bomb. We're getting there in terms of the overall heat mixture. Yep. This is gonna be blobby savory in so many blobby ways. And then we get to the two hottest ones in the box. First, we got Karma Sauce with Funkin' Yellow, 670,000 Scoville heat units. Rochester, New York Legends Karma Sauce returned with the super hot yellow moringa scorpion pepper sauce blended with fatali pepper, lime juice, sugar, and spices. A citrusly flamethrower, perfect for win night or big batch cooking. Yeah, bring this along for the whole family. Some will probably have a heart attack or die. There's Funkin' Hot right here. The second hottest sauce in the entire mix. And it's all natural. Ooh. And finally, we got their own original hot sauce. The one that Riboyo really wanted me to have for this occasion. The one who picked this punishment for the Wheel of Punishment. The Last Dab Thermageddon. Scoville heat units to be determined. It's probably infinite. Your climb up Mount Scoville reaches its peak with the Last Dab Thermageddon. Developed alongside Smokin' Ed Curry, this molten masterpiece unites four of the hottest peppers on the planet. Pepper X, Apollo, Carolina Reaper, and Scorpion. It's the ultimate endgame for heat seekers. This camera. What's with the camera bits? I don't blobby know, but all I know is that in 4 more minutes, the chicken will probably be all good to go. I'm gonna be having my milk. You can probably see the alignment there. Oh. Ain't it swell that we've done this for charity, everyone? Ain't it just so blobby beautiful? Wait, why am I saying blobby? I'm not a virtual blob right now. I could say bloody if I wanted to. Bloody hell, I hate this! I wish you good luck. You know, I'm wishing myself good luck all the time with the way that I'm looking right now. Ooh. Good thing there was nothing down there and the camera can go down there, or else I would be banned. We don't want you don't want me to be banned. Watch, I probably will be banned for indecent exposure just by me actually appearing the camera in this way. Yep. So we're just gonna wait for the timer to go off for my oven. I did set a timer. In the meantime, hello, Gaming Wolfie. Greetings and salutations to you. It's been a while since you commented on here. You probably knew this was coming. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Here's hoping Relude never gets to see this. And if she did, I hope she does not have any complicated emotions. I hope no one does. I hope they all just laugh in my blobby face because you know what? I deserve it. So we got a couple more minutes. You know what? They're probably gonna have this linger. You can clip moments if you wanted. You'll probably be highlighted in my YouTube channel if anything else. So go ahead. Go ahead and clip if you wanted to. There's a clip button if you happen to be watching this on the server, or you can type in ! clip if you happen to be on Twitch in the chat. Feel free to do so. Thanks, I guess. With no makeup and going all natural here, I guess it could be worse. But again, let's see how everyone's doing. Gaming Wolfie, Sober Lisa, Evie Artworks, Red Mage Kazoo, Sober Tony, and everyone else who happens to be here witnessing me in this horrid fashion. Hi. I did this for charity. You will never see me dressed up like this again. Ha! I cannot hear that. Ha! I cannot hear that at all. So you're mainly farting amongst yourselves. Ha! This is the benefits of actually not wearing headphones. So hello, Ice Phoenix King. Do I make you awkward? Hello. Zora, this was from charity for raising $850 for Extra Life for Kids last year. And for raising $850, I had to dress up like a princess. So here you go. Whoa. Whoa. I'm not that flexible. Nope, can't do it. I'm not that flexible, everyone. So, tough tamales. Ah, there's the oven. Time for me to get it. Woo! Everyone, the meal has arrived. Ta-da! We got chicken. We got some chicken tenders here. And of course, we got the milk. Oldie milk, by the way. I'm gonna be drinking from this entire carton, and you are not going to stop me because no one else lives here with me, so I can consume this however I please. I think I'm gonna probably need it. All right. So, before we actually get started, of course, they include the truth or dab situation. So, I'm gonna answer these questions. I either answer truthfully or I dab one of these with the hot sauces from the tamest to the most ungovernable. So what's the first question we have? Who here would you hesitate to lend money to and why? That's easy. Probably Red Mage Kazoo because he'll probably pay that money with Magic the Gathering cards. Yep. Either that or Ice Phoenix King because he probably would spend it more on some breast good old pads in this case. Good old breast mouse pads in this regard. So, but I'm more ranging against Red Mage Kazoo. So you got the winning trophy there. There you go. There, I answered truthfully to each and every one of you. See? I'm not afraid to tell the truth sometimes. All right, next question. Who is someone you wish you had dated, even for a little bit? No celebrities allowed. No celebrities allowed, huh? No celebrities. Bloody hell, what happens? Bloody hell, what happens when I can't even hear that. Ha! I don't even know of anyone. I don't even know it. So I probably gonna have to tab if I don't even know anyone that I wanted to date. Yep, it has been a while. All right, everyone. We're gonna dig into Dawson's hot sauce, the coffee date, for our very first sauce. I don't think we'll be needing the milk yet. We're gonna shake it, because they want you to shake it. Too bad I don't have breasts. Well, I do, but they're not really pumped. You could see some jiggle physics right now if you wanted to. Envision it in your sickened minds. Okay. So, we're gonna do it for the first one. Okay, here we go. So, put it on that. Okay. This is how it is. Let's go for it. First one, the coffee date. Yeah, I mean, it's pleasant. This is like the range of it, which is not too bad. It's mid in terms of its temperature. I'm not sure if I'm really the biggest fan of the coffee elements. I could taste a little bit of the dates. Oh, come on, camera, zoom in. Clear, focus now. But yeah, I thought this was okay. Maybe a bit too much coffee centric in my taste, but this is nothing. This is nothing compared to what I have to endure here. So, there's that. Yes, I did, and I'm very invested. I'm proud of Rubber Ross because this was a show that I remember he did like years ago. Very different than what it is right now. He did this back when he was, I believe, still animating for Newgrounds. So, back when he was still in Australia, so honestly, I'm proud that Rubber Ross was finally able to get this off the ground. I do love the characters. Even when Aaron Hansen's doing his annoying voices, you can actually feel for the characters he voices for, so that's a big plus. Everyone really did a good job. And Jay Schlapp as the robot? Backpack? The one with the golden Christmas voice? The crooner voice? Hot damn! I did not expect that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty blobby cool. And then you got Christopher Sabat as the main antagonist with his fierce Piccolo voice. Not too shabby. I'm interested to see how it goes. All right, here's the next question then. Your single friend wants to be set up. Who here would you never suggest? Explain. I mean, I couldn't suggest someone who is already dating anyone. So, probably not. Who would I say? Now, that would be too harsh. I don't want to say that no one here is undateable. That would be horrendous and down on the brackets when it comes to... Hello, Byroyd Amori. Greetings and salutations. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. I don't think I can answer this, everyone. We're probably gonna have to get to the next sauce, which is the Crema Matcha Hot One. All right, here we go. Oh, cute. Shut up. Oh yeah, I'm testing out all 10 of the Hot One sauces that I've gotten in the whole container. All right, let's shake this up a little bit more. I think... Look at my flab. Look at that. Ooh, ooh, for your arm lovers out there. Ooh, look at that. This is enticing, isn't it? Ooh, you just love this. Okay, that's enough. All right, so let's go ahead and pour this on the next piece of chicken. Tender. Let's see if we can pour this right on here. Okay. Okay, he's got a little. Yeah. All right. Here it is. Bottoms up. Yeah, not bad. It has a good heat to it, I will say. All of these ones have like the perfect amount of heat that really complements the other flavors. Like, I don't mind the mixture of the lima peppers, the salt, the avocado oil. I could taste that for sure. Not a bad one. If there's gonna be one that I keep off to the side for my own sauces, this one probably would be it. Okay. We made it through two. We made it through two of them. All right. Here's the next question. Tell us about a time you made someone cry. What did you do? Did I make anyone cry during my streams? I hope not. I would assume it would be crying because you were laughing too blobby hard. We'll see. Honestly, I'm very forgetful when it comes to remembering if I made someone cry. It's been so long since I've actually... Oh, stop! Who are you supposed to be? Krusnikheim, my mod? Oh, shush. You don't cry. Alright. I didn't even hear that, so ha! You did that amongst everyone else. You know what? I don't think I can answer this question either, truthfully, because I don't quite remember. So we'll get into the next one. I don't know if I'm gonna like this one. Pickled garlic sriracha hot sauce. 3 out of 10. I just don't like dill. I don't like pickles. So already, even if it's not so hot, I don't know if I'm gonna like this too much. Although I do know someone at my work who loves sriracha sauce. So if I don't happen to like this, I could give it to him. All right, more shaking. And again, friendly reminder, if you are interested in trying out some Hot One sauce for yourself, whether for a nice gathering with buds and whatnot, and you spend $75 or more on your first order, you can get 15% off and free shipping as long as you answer the question, what is your preferred hot sauce? Mid, medium, hot, or what the bloody hell are you thinking? All right. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna like this one. I could be surprised though. Okay. All right, got it on there. Bottoms up. Things are definitely picking up for the heat, for sure. But it's not too bad. I mean, you don't exactly notice I feel like the garlic is more potent than the dill or the pickle in this. I was actually expecting there to be more of dill or pickle into the mix. It's still not one of my favorites, but you know what? It's fine. It's definitely one. You know what? Let's go ahead to the next question then. It makes people question my sanity. That's good to notion for ya. Who here do you think has the lowest IQ? Sober Tony. No, I'm kidding. No. Honestly, I don't know if I can really say for sure who here has the lowest IQ, honestly, amongst you bunch. Because we all are smart in our own ways. We have knowledge in different fields that many might struggle with. So, to really say if there's someone amongst us who has the lowest IQ, I really don't think, because some of you might not excel at like math or science or whatnot, but you may excel at social stuff, picking up on cues. Well, that's definitely something that I don't have the IQ for sure. It takes a lot of practice and whatnot. So yeah, I don't think I can answer this one truthfully either. Okay, next sauce. We got the Passiflora Fire, which is next. So really, the only reason I'm not truthfully answering these is either because I really don't think anyone here is dumb, or I don't even remember. I've only been able to answer one truthfully right now. All right. We shook that up quite a bit. This is the 4th hottest. So now, we're gonna go ahead, put this on one of my chicken tenders here. Okay. There we go. Cheers. Mmm. You know what? It is hot, for sure. But this is the one with the passion fruit. So honestly, that fruitiness comes in and makes it even so much better than it has any right to be. So I think this might be my favorite so far of the bunch. This is like great hot sauce for me. A mix of passion fruit, a mix of onions, olive oil, the pepper mash from Scotch Bonnet, some good old green pepper, smoked garlic. Yeah, this honestly is my jam so far. I will say, I think that one might actually be my favorite. Second being the cream of matcha. All right, we don't really have a lot of cards left here. So if I do run out of cards, we might have you ask me some questions in the meantime. All right, next question. Tell us about the last lie you told. What was it? The last lie I told. Can I even think that far back? I mean, the only instance that I can recall for telling a lie in regards to something was saying that I wasn't feeling well and didn't want to go to a particular event with my family. What the event was, though, I think it had something to do with a fair. And I just did not want to go, so I was telling them that I just wasn't feeling the greatest. So that was a bit of a lie on my part. I think it might have been the Renaissance Fair. No, it might have been an art fair. Now that I think about it, the Renaissance fairs that we normally have, I'm willing to go to those, but art fairs, I'm a little bit more iffy for me. Yeah. So there's mine there. All right, next question. If you can only save one family member from a fire, who do you choose? Oh. I don't think I can answer this one. I love each of my family members. I don't think I would feel so horrendous if I couldn't be able to save them all. I don't think I can answer that. We gotta go to the 5th hot sauce. Here we go. Yeah, truthfully, I just could not. I couldn't answer that one. Oh yeah, hold on. I forgot to showcase the Last Dab Thermageddon. I can pick. That's the thing. I can honestly pick which family member to save. Because even though they all have the flaws, so do I. So, I love them each in their own unique way. The thought of losing any of them just makes me sad. I hope I never had to be put in that situation. So I can't answer that as truthfully as I want. So we'll go in with Neil's Real Deal Chimichurri Habanero Hot Sauce. We'll get in there now. Shake it up. That's it. That's it. There we go. Which would you leave behind? Oh, oh, jeez, no, no. Okay, this is definitely in the like 4 out of 5 on the Heatometer, for sure. All right, here we go. We're gonna open this up. I'm gonna pour this. Come on now. You think my dainty hands would be able to open these without any flaws, but here we go. Now we got it. I'm gonna have such a mess. Okay, I'm gonna put it on one of these. They're probably not gonna be so hot anymore, I mean the chicken. There we go. There we are. Cheers. Yeah, that's definitely hot. Oh yeah. You know, I can taste the cucumber in there. Again, I'm not really one of those pickle people. Yep, I can taste the cucumber. For sure. I can definitely taste some of the lemon. I eat either one at this point, regardless of whatever meter that would be. Yeah, this one is hot for sure. But it's not the horrendous amounts of heat that we're going to be taking part in. This is only the halfway point. So yeah, it's definitely getting hotter, but it's still at a manageable level for me. And I'm not sure if I really like this one as much. I feel like the cucumber kind of takes me out of it. So, we'll go on to the next one. What's probably the worst thing you've ever done? Worst thing that I've ever done. Oh, do I really want to answer this one? You know what? I'm probably gonna go ahead and dab again. Because sometimes the worst things you ever done are ones that are just... I mean, for those of you who you probably know. That's probably one back in 2020 that I'm definitely not proud of, but... Yeah, instead of reliving that moment, I'm gonna go ahead and take some hot sauce. We're going with Tropical Amarillo. They're saying you don't like cross-dressing. Yes. I am the next Ed Wood in that regard. Wasn't he someone who wanted to be, who was like trans though? I always forget if he was or not. I can't quite remember the details. I know he'd like to cross-dress, but I don't know if he secretly wanted to be a woman. That's what I don't know. I mean, there was Glenn or Glenda, terrible films, but yeah, I don't have 100% honest answer for that though. Don't take my word for granted, because my knowledge is probably as present as many of yours. All right, we're getting into the tough stuff now. This one is supposed to have the compliments of the fruitiness now, the citrusy stuff. We are now halfway there. I'm gonna cut one of these chicken tenders up now. Here we go. Gonna dab it right on there. Okay. There we go. Cheers. It is definitely getting out hot. I can definitely feel the heat coming in. But the thing is, the fruitiness kind of complements it quite a bit though. So it's really not as bad due to those fruits that they utilize in there. So for example, I definitely could taste the pineapple. I could definitely taste some of the other ones in there. So it's really not that bad. I could taste a bit of mango in there too. So it's definitely getting up there for sure. I mean, at this point, those who can't normally handle hot sauces, this is probably gonna wreck you, but truthfully, I'm handling this a lot better. I thought I was gonna succumb to it by number 5, but it's been manageable. These next 4, on the other hand, I don't even know if I can handle them without chugging the milk. So let's see. Next question. Tell us your most controversial opinion. Ooh. Is the world really ready to hear my most controversial opinion? Are you prepared for what I'm going to say for my most controversial opinion? Are you prepared to hear it? Are you prepared? I think VTubing communities can be one of the most toxic environments out there. But then again, every fandom has their own toxic environments. But I've noticed VTubing as of late, there's been some truly astronomically repugnant behaviors. And some, you paid attention to some of the news recently, have been going under fan accounts in order to spew such horrendous things. So, yes, I think VTubing has led to some truly hostile fans who really take parasocial relationships to an astronomically uncomfortable level. Maybe not to the same degree as idols, but you have noticed sometimes, even for streamers nowadays, there has been uncomforting levels where people who watch the streams really need to remember, we're here to entertain. I think you're all great, but I don't love you in that extended way. Platonically. That's what I always say, platonically in this. So all of you are great, but please, for the love of blobby hell, don't go too far off the deep end when you're trying to fantasize or even try to get close to a content creator, because it's just gonna end up horrible. Unless you treat them with respect. I said platonically. That's still a very appreciated type of love. You gotta remember that. For someone who is demisexual like myself, that is one of the greatest extents that I can give out to all of you. So yeah, I don't know if that will be considered my most controversial opinion, but it is one that has, especially not with what has transpired, which I did kind of mention in my Discord server. I won't go into a lot of detail because I feel like it's not my place to really say anything, since I don't know the people that well in that regard. So it's not really my place to try to say anything, but it is sad. It is very morose set of circumstances that, thank bloody hell that there are still people within communities that actually get that you should have a barrier between yourself and the content creator while also still supporting them to the utmost degree. It's a safe haven. Thank bloody hell that there are still people out there that basically have that sort of decency. So, there's my hot take. Oh, we are down to the last card, so some of you might have to start asking me questions then. What's the first thing you would ask for help with in therapy? Romance options. As someone who hasn't been in a relationship in such a long time, I feel like there's a certain part of me that has a little bit of doubt trying to go either into a public space, out there in the community, touching grass with all fours, or going into a hot spot where you can see people that have the similar interests as you are, maybe striking up a conversation, because there's still a little bit of timidness to me that really doesn't want to interact with some people. And that can make it extraordinarily arduous for you to actually connect, whether it's through acquaintances, being friends, or romantically involved. So yeah, it's hard for me a little bit to put myself out there. I'm still a little bit in my safe space, so to speak. I still commute, I still touch grass, I go out on walks. Believe it or not, I even saw a doe up close recently during one of my walks. It was at a wetland sanctuary. It was actually kind of cute. We were just vibing. The doe was just eating some grass, and we just minded our own business. No hostility whatsoever. It was kind of cute. But seriously, for me with romance, me trying to break this barrier when it comes to therapy in a lot of ways, is something that I feel like I need more work on. And if people were saying, "Oh, Cuddly, you're too nice," I have a sternness though. I just don't show it off that often because I never had the reason to do so. Because I get some of my friends saying that I'm too nice, that I'm too polite. It's just because we haven't had that sort of extent that goes beyond what kindness can really go for in the present moment. So yeah. Oh, Pibby, greetings and salutations. It's for charity. It's for charity. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, those are all the questions now that the Truth or Dab had me for. So, if you have any questions for me that haven't been asked yet through these, I will either troop or I would take 4 dabs at the remaining hot sauces that you see right here. You have a great sense of humor. You think Cheeky will want some of my sense in the future? I don't think that's what you meant, but the way you phrase that, I think I might take a bath afterwards. Lather that up. Get something good for all the people. You think Gamer Girl water is good for you? It's time for some cuddliness. Ew, I just found a hair on my arm. I guess I didn't do a good job. Oh my goodness, there are some... hairs! Alright, so, what do you got for questions? If you had to eat someone in a survivor situation, who would you pick? I mean, if we're going with the assumption that there's nothing that can be edible, there's in the waters, in the survivor situation, if we're far from water to fish out anything, if we don't have any fruits or safe berries or wildlife to go through, if I had to eat someone, it depends on who's with me. Are we assuming that everyone here would be possibly in the survivor situation? Are we assuming that in this case? I would probably eat Rosie Amori. Because let's face it, she'll probably be so thick that I would be able to sustain myself for a couple of days. I'm sorry, Amori. I'm just assuming from the way you conduct yourself on streams that you will be perfectly okay with someone eating you. I probably am going to hear a mouthful from you in DMs right after this, okay? I understand that sounded absolutely horrible, but it asked me, and I just came up. Look, Pandamonia was here today, but she's not. She will be with me tomorrow for our Smash or Pass collab at 3 p.m. Central, as long as everything's good to go. I will probably eat her, since she has so much of herself. But she's not here right now. Amori, you're probably next in line because of thickness. Okay, go ahead with the next question. My career is probably over in so many ways here soon. Oh God, hey, this is how the Truth or Dab works. I have to either answer honestly to something or I just bite the bullet. I can see your point, but still. Our relationship is gonna be tainted after this now. Great, I said tainted. Could have been tarnished, it could have been spoiled, but I just had to say tainted. I made things so much worse than it ever needed to be. And you're still not being picked up on the chat box, by the way. So you can't even see her response. Plumchew Plus, greetings and salutations to you. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. I am what you may consider an embarrassment. This is from charity, by the way, in case you're wondering. We raised over $1,000 for charity for Extra Life for Kids. And one of the goals we passed, $850, I believe. I would dress up as an in real life princess and then eat some hot one sauce. So far, I'm surviving. Yes, I haven't even been able to drink my milk yet. So I got 3 more tenders off to the side, and we're gonna see how far I can go without wanting to dab. So, okay, next question. Who has a question for me? Let's try to get some diversity. So, Gaming Wolfie, you had your question. Let's see if we can get another question from maybe Evie, Byroid Amori, Sober Lisa, or Sober Tony, Red Mage Kazoo. Plumpshoe, if you're comfortable with speaking in the chat, you're more than welcome to ask me a question if you want. But no pressure. If you want to just lurk and vibe, that is perfectly all right. That is perfectly okay with me. I'm not gonna try to force any of you, even if I called out your name. If you don't have a question, you don't have to respond in the chat. But yeah, let's get some more inquiries with us here today. Let's see if anyone else has a thought-provoking question you want me to answer truthfully. And while you're at it, still friendly reminder, over on the Hot One Sauce, Heatonist.com, if you spend $75+ on your first order, you can get 15% off plus free shipping on these sauces that you see like right around here. As long as you answer truthfully. Funny experience in a game you played. I can list so many. I can list so bloody many about funny experiences in games. But you know what? I have so many funny experiences, I really can't narrow it to one. So you got me there. All right, next sauce, we got Hawaiian Hot Teas Pog Squared. That is the next one we're gonna be having. The 4th hottest hot sauce of the bunch. We'll see how much I suffer with this one. So this has passion fruit, orange, and guava. That's what POG stands for. So I'm gonna put it. My chicken is probably cold right about now, but this will definitely spice things up. All right. Here we go. This is from Hawaii. I'm definitely getting a good amount. Cheers. Ooh. Ooh, this is a hot one. Oh my word. Yeah, this one's definitely on the spicier things. But here's the thing too. Like the last one, the passion fruit, the orange, and the guava actually makes this more tolerable. But now I can definitely feel the heatness in my mouth. That is for sure. But it's not terrible yet. We'll be getting to those points. I'm probably gonna have the milk though, just to be on the safe side. Yeah, so it was building up a little bit there. It's definitely building up quite a bit. You can probably see my face is starting to red up quite a bit. No worries there, Plumshoe, no pressure whatsoever in needing to ask me anything. You just being there watching my stuff still goes a tremendous way, so thank you so much again for the follow. Yeah, I can definitely feel. Now it's getting intense in the heat. Now it's really, really picking up. Okay, so how much was that? 110,000 Scoville heat units. So, here we go. What's our next question? Yeah, I definitely would still keep that one, even if it is much higher. Which one was next? Let's see. Do you like retro games or modern games? I like both. Both of them have a lot of value to them. And depending on modern games, we have got a lot of creative games out there that just couldn't be possible with retro games. Indie games, for example, have been leading the way in so many different avenues, going up with different challenging stories, for example, that could just not be told by a modern, like, AAA developer. But then we also had with the retro games, things got way too difficult in order to expand that playability time, especially on the arcades, especially with the older consoles. So yeah, that stuff. Everyone has their faults and pluses when it comes to retro and modern games. I love them both. I think there are retro games still that haven't aged gracefully. There's a ton of them. But I also think there are modern titles that are just not as good. Even when we have advanced technology, we are still ballooning our ballooning our budgets for a lot of these big old titles that just don't pay off and they're just not fun to play. So yeah, I don't know if that's a bit of a cop-out. If I was gonna be completely honest and you wanted me to choose one, I would probably say modern games simply because of the indie scene. The indie scene is so grand when you're willing to explore and see all the creativity that you couldn't back in the retro age. So yeah, there's my opinion. I still like retro games though, because retro games have paved the way for greater experimentation unless they got a patent on it. Then screw you, big corporations. I want a game with the revenge system like in Shadow of Mordor, you assholes. All right. So what's another question that we can basically go with? Best time redeem that got you laughing hard. You want me to go with a fart one, don't you? You secretly want me to say, oh yes, I love it when it was a well-timed fart redeem. That just makes me, you know what? I'm not gonna answer that. I'm just gonna go with the next hot sauce there. And we got the bomb. We got the bomb now. This is gonna be 135,600 Scoville heat units. Let's see how this compares us here in this case. Let's see how much redder my face can be. I wouldn't be goth anymore. Gonna have a blast. And it depends on where it comes out from. All right. I hope people have been enjoying the muscle blues as we've been listening to all of this. As I knew, I secretly wanted to see if I could get a gothic romantic song, but finding the right one that is royalty-free and copyright-free was a bit of a hinge, and we all know video game music doesn't exactly have the same copyright protections as other songs. So I went with the most obvious one from Persona 4, Muscle Blues. So I guess it goes with the theme. All right, let's do. All right, here we go. Oh, this just does not want to come down, does it? Oh, come on. Yeah, there we go. There we go. It takes a while for it to come out. Don't take that out of context, by the way. All right, here we go. Bottoms up. Getting my milk ready. You know, I've noticed that the harder these sauces get, the less appreciation you really do have in really savoring the flavors. It's like Yeah, this one is definitely hot, so I'm definitely gonna get the milk for sure. Yeah, it's still quite hot, but it's manageable. Yeah, it probably is turning red at this point, but yeah. The heat just overtakes the flavor. And as we are going with the last ones here, it's just not really fair to really go about these in any way. Because I like it when there's an equilibrium of flavor and heat. Whew! And now I'm really feeling it. I'm definitely gonna have to get a new carton of milk, that's for sure. Ooh. Yeah, that is just insane. Now it's really getting somewhere, but now we're gonna be getting to these ones. And it's gonna be, ooh, now it's coming. Ooh, now it's coming here. More milk, please. Ooh. See, it's funny. With these bloody hot sauces, they linger a little bit. They just want to cater to lessen your well-being, to give you a sense of security. But then, out of nowhere, your tongue and your mouth just goes up in flames. Oh, what's that? I definitely needed to spit that one out. Oh. Well, this is just gonna be dandy fun. So yeah, if this is nothing compared to the other ones, my God, I don't even know if I want to try the last two. So yeah, what's the next question? Oh, let's see here. Let's see. What is your oldest gaming memory? I remember one of the first games that I used to play was Mega Man over at one of my mother's friend's house, and her children basically had a Nintendo, and one of the first games I ever got to play was Mega Man. I sucked at it. I didn't even know what I was doing, but it was fun. I knew, Amori, you would like that one. You love Mega Man. You are a big component for Mega Man. Does anyone remember the time in which I streamed Mega Man X? Anyone? And I was streaming it from my HD Super Nintendo console. That was when I was still in the flesh, in a way. But yeah, it was... Whew. It was a nice memory. Mega Man, you got me into video games in a way, without realizing it. Okay. Now, what's another question? What gaming system is your favorite to play on? Steam Deck. There was a lot of joy. It's probably the one handheld that feels the most comfortable for me to play on the go. I even got one of those ports in which you'll docks, where you can dock it into place and you can do it on the TV. But now with the Steam machine coming up on the horizon, I probably don't even need that anymore, because it's more than likely going to be more powerful than the Steam Deck. But yeah, Steam really hit it out of the park, and I've heard only good things about the Steam controller. But who knows when I'm going to get that, since as you can tell, I paid for a Nintendo Switch 2 to play Tomodachi Life, living the dream. No, really, it was mainly because I wanted to get it before the price increase starting September 1st. And now, they are basically doing a deal where you can get the game and a download of either Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza or Pokemon Pokopia. And I feel like the only real choice you should make, especially when there's not really a good physical edition of the game yet, is Pokemon Pokopia. Why? Because for some reason, the physical edition of Pokemon Pokopia is a game key card, meaning you need the internet in order to access it. And I think for a first-party Nintendo game of all things, that is so dumb. Like Mario Kart World, that doesn't need internet access to access it. It's all in the card. Donkey Kong Bonanza, all in the card apparently. But not Pokemon Pokopia. So yeah, if you're planning to get that deal, if you value physical editions, just use it on Pokemon Pokopia because it's just as good as it gets right now with the way its physical release is. Because if you're just getting a physical edition, you're just getting a physical version of a digital copy. I hate those game key cards. I hate them. The majority of third-party games, because they didn't have enough room for those cartridges, are game key cards. That's the one thing that it sucks a little bit for collecting physicals for Nintendo Switch 2. However, I do like that it's mainly compatible with a lot of Switch games. So yeah. What's the next question here? I'm surprised I'm still standing up after that one hot sauce. It almost felt like when I was gulping that heat just intensified. Let's see. What's another question? The one game that gave you the most trouble. Due to the 1 second delay on my controller, or just on my system, Dark Souls. That should not be the case because I've beaten the likes of Lies of Peace and Bloodborne. But I still haven't managed to get like a TV around my area where I can game on that TV and capture it in order to avoid the 1 second delay. That's the thing. That's the blobby thing. I still haven't been in Dark Souls yet. Maybe one day. Maybe one day we can make it happen. Here's the thing, Omori, though. I beat Bloodborne with that 1 second delay. I could not for Dark Souls, though. Because then again, there are two very different approaches to the combat. Bloodborne is more action-oriented, where you need to get in those extra hits in order to get a little bit of the health you got lost in the shuffle. Dark Souls is more strategic in the way you place yourself, how you defend, and then wait for that right moment. And for me, with that 1 second delay, it was like, oh, come on! I do have Demon Souls 2 on the PS5, so maybe one day I'll be able to get myself a TV I can hang up in my room, so that way I can use that for future capture card qualities. So I don't have that 1 second delay. No, because I did that on Xbox Game Pass for the PC version. I was able to play that one. And it sucks that I recently found out that for the next game that they're making, they're hiring an AI artist for it. I don't know if I think they responded, but I haven't looked into it yet. And I was like, come on. Come on. They should have learned a lesson from all the other game companies that attempted to incorporate AI. Just look at that Abomination Level 5, the same developers behind Fantasy Life I was doing with that one game. How horrible that looks. And they're going to try and do it for the next Professor Layton game? Because that's their baby? I hope not. I miss Professor Layton. I don't want him to be boxed down by such poor attempts at generative AI, or just generative AI in general. It just looks like ass. So much blobby ass. So yeah, I haven't read the response yet in regards to what they said about the Lies of P sequel. I'll try to keep myself informed of it. If anyone has any idea how they responded, feel free to let me know. Are you looking? Okay, wait. Oh, alive in the flesh. Yes, negative creep. And I'm doing hot one sauces. I got 2 more to go. And I feel like I'm going to die. Because the last one really took me through a loop. But yeah. Such a pity to hear about the... Because, for those of you who aren't familiar, Lies of P was my favorite game I finished for the first time last year. It was my favorite. It beat Balatro, and it beat Cryptmaster. And now this comes about. Apparently there are rumors that Lies of P actually incorporated AI imagery into the game as well, but I don't know if that's factual. I don't know if people are bringing that up their asses, if it's legit. When I played the game, I didn't notice anything that looked off. But yeah. Sausage ain't the only hot thing. Ah! Why does everyone think I look... Well, I do look red in the face right now because of the hot sauces. So that is something. All right. Let's go with another question then. Let's see. Let's see. What is one that I haven't answered? When you were making your avatar Tomodachi Life, what age did you give it? 30 years. 30 years old. That's how old I made my Tomodachi. And it can't even use his eye. It can't even open his mouth. It's just like Mimikyu from Pokemon, where it's just planted on his face. So you never know what the blobby hair is thinking. He's never gonna react in the way that other Miis are going to in this game because of that. It's a little shame. It's a little bit of a shame. Alright, let's see. What's another question? Are you looking forward to playing 7 Days to Die with Sobatoni? Apparently, Sobatoni wants to play that game for the next hangout we do because he was the top donator during my last donathon last month. So, I'm gonna take the hot sauce. So we are going to have the second hottest of the bunch. The X-Hot Yellow Moringa Karma Sauce Funkin' Hot. This is supposed to be 6 times hotter than the other one. I'm not gonna have a good time. You think, Cuddly, why can't you just answer the blobby question and say, I don't know how to feel? Alright, here we go. Opening that up. I'm sure he is. I'm sure he is good at the game. If you saw my stream of the game, you know that I'm not. Alright, here we go. Bottoms up. I swear, this is gonna be another one of those hot sauces where it doesn't feel bad at first, but then, give it a couple of seconds, it's gonna intensify. It's one of those slow, lingering hot sauces where it will strike when it feels like it, when it wants to. Right now, I'm not really feeling anything. I'm honestly quite surprised that I'm not really feeling anything yet. I wonder why that is. Well, good thing it's not expired. It's supposed to expire in 2028, so it can't be that. It has never been open. Probably hit later, that's the thing. Watch, I'm going into this conversation, and once I have the last dab Thermageddon, then it will intensify it, what that one entails. That's probably it. That's probably the thing. That's kind of disappointing, though. Because not only did I not really feel... You saw that I put a good amount of this on there, right? On the tender? I still am not feeling anything. The last sauce had more intensity than this one. It's number 9. It's supposed to have 670,000 Scoville heat units. But it feels tamer than the last sauce I had. But I am feeling something. I can feel it climbing up. It's not as bad, though, as it was with the last sauce. But yeah. The worst thing I can say about these hottest sauce is that once you put in all of these heat components, the only joy you would have with them is seeing other people react to them. There's no hints of flavor in them anymore. Jeez, wouldn't that... You know what? I doubt that's going to be the case over Leeson when it comes to the last one. Maybe my taste buds do need a little bit of a cleansing, though, because you're looking at an individual who can't handle a lot of textures. Maybe my taste buds need a cleansing. So maybe now, after this is all done, I can have an apple. I normally can't handle apples. Maybe then I'll have watermelons. I normally can't handle watermelons. In fact, I can mainly have a lot of fruits. Because my taste buds say, oh, no, 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 no. You're trying to live healthy? We're not going to have any of that. So yeah, can't really have a lot of fruits because my taste buds think it's disgusting. The textures involved with some of these fruits. Unless they're mixed together well with something else. No, 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 no. You're not having any of that. Well, yeah, this is kind of disappointing. Something must have happened, maybe in the shipment of this, where maybe they were missing some of the ingredients but didn't have the right amount. This is kind of disappointing. This might be the most disappointing sauce out of the box. So, we got one more sauce to go through. And we all know that's going to be the one that kicks my ass the most. So if you have any other questions you want me to ask, feel free to do so. And if I don't answer it, I will do it. I don't see any new questions yet. So feel free to ask. Be daring. Maybe be favorite book. Oh, favorite book. I haven't read books in a long time. You know, I tried to read American Psycho. That was the book that everyone wanted me to get on Throne that one time, but I just wasn't getting myself enthused yet. I would like to do an answer such as, oh, let's go with Naked Lunch, the album which you have to understand a certain dialect of speaking to fully understand what the bloody hell is going on in that book. Or I can go with that one book where it's just a humongous maze. If you know, you know. Would it be a cop-out if I just said it was To Kill a Mockingbird? Would it be a little bit of a cop-out if I said To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee? Because I don't think there's been any other book that I've read that really hits it as well as that one. I don't know. That's the only one that really comes to mind that really had an impact. So, trying to think if there was any other books that really... Graphic novels, on the other hand, I love Saga, though I've only read up to volume 9 where it had that heart-wrenching climax that never was resolved until a few, like, years later. Ugh. I guess if we're going with graphic novels, that would be it. If we're going with comic books, Calvin and Hobbes, those are my pride and joy. And I'm glad that he never sold those out in any way. Like Garfield's lead creator, Jim Davis, where you see all sorts of Garfield merchandise, but he stuck to his word. Now let's see if that's still going to be the case once he's dead. I hope he doesn't die. He's one of my favorite cartoonists out there, or just artists. What is your favorite band? Oh. It used to be Tool for the longest time, but then I was a little bit lukewarm on Fear Inoculum a little bit. The album that so many people were waiting 13 plus years for. I mean, there's still genuinely psychedelic and very absorbing moments in that one, but is it like a groundbreaking album that we can really listen to like on a daily basis? Not really. I mean, one of the top albums is top songs on it is like almost 12 minutes long. It's like, ooh. Then again, Opeth normally did those long songs too, and that was a band I used to really enjoy. But then they went to the strictly progressive metal song without the screams. They kind of redeemed that with the last album, but it's still not the same as it was like in the Blackwater Park or the other albums back then. I miss those days. I miss those days, shaking my fist in the clouds. Why can't they scream like usual? But my favorite band right now, though, if there was one band that I think is not only one of my favorites to listen to, but more people should be listening to as well, Moron Police. If you really want some flavorful, progressive metal rock, give them a try. Check out their latest Pachinko album. In fact, the whole premise of their latest album is that someone dies and gets reincarnated as a Pachinko machine in Tokyo. I'm not even gonna say the rest of what that album is all about, but you should listen to it. And also a call out to see whatever the last album is, because they are generally some truly fun times in progressive rock and metal. Really, they're underrated beyond. And if you want to go to the early roots, they have a song called Teabag Your Grandma. If you want to start off there, go right ahead. Seriously, check out Moron Police. They're absolutely stellar. I even helped with the Kickstarter for their final record, which I'm gonna get signed by the band members, which unfortunately one of the band members tragically passed away. I think it was the drummer, like a couple years back, and this album is kind of like a little bit of a tribute to him if I remember correctly. But yeah, Pachinko came out last year. Please check it out if you can. If you really want some cool, different forays into different genres blended in so seamlessly, Moron Police. And did I forget to mention that one of the music videos for one of their songs is actually a One Piece AMV? I haven't listened to Frank Zappa in so long, but I know he was quite a genius when it comes to creating such ludicrously absurd compositions. So yeah, that's my answer. Probably my favorite band right now, Moron Police. I generally really think they are great stuff. Do we have any other questions? See, it's still not kicking in. That last sauce is still not kicking in at all. I'm starting to think maybe this isn't the sauce that should be in there. Well, it's good for me because I'm not dying at this moment. Oh, so what else? It's gotta be some other questions that you have. Because if you don't have any questions within the next couple of minutes, you probably want me to go ahead and eat the final one with the dab, Thermageddon. Do you like build boxes? I don't know if I'm familiar with build boxes. Let me look that up, actually. I don't think I am familiar with what build boxes are. Let me see. Maybe if I take a look at it, then I might be familiar. Build boxes. I've seen links for custom box making. Oh, blind boxes. You know, I did those ones for the Annie Minis for an Amazing Digital Circus. I got all the ones that I wanted. The first poll I actually made was the rare Pomni who was corrupted. That was fun. And I'm almost kind of pondering on getting a new one for Gamerverse, honestly. Especially if I... Wait, hold on. I need to find out this. Is misinformation one of the ones? I got to know. Is misinformation one of them? I need to know now. Oh, yes, she is. Elsie Lovelock did a great job with her. And I forgot that the paper one was voiced by Ross himself. All right. So, what do we got for the collection here? Yeah, let's get the one with the dolphin. Oh, you could get a plush bundle of all 3 characters for $61. I want the I'm the crab queen! I'm the crab queen! So, I wonder who the rare one is going to be. Crybaby series blind boxes are your fave. I see. So yeah, I don't know if I've had much experience with other blind boxes besides the Amazing Digital Circus, so I guess they're fine. I mean, I found them fine because I got exactly what I wanted from it, except for the Suba one and the bar. But I think they were fine. So do we have any other questions then? Are you looking forward to your morning toilet run? No. Because I still have to prepare for the stream tomorrow afternoon with Pandemonia. I still have to prepare for that. In fact, let me double check. She just advertised our stream tomorrow on stream. Okay. It's still on. I feel like I really need to step up my game. In case anyone's wondering, I have found 21 new big handsome men and big beautiful women to rank as Smash or Pass for this edition. I don't know if we can get through all of them, but I'm sure gonna try. Might have to sit on ice. I don't think my ass can handle a single ice tray at this point. But let's see. Do we have any other questions here in the meantime? Don't be shy. If you want to ask me a question, go ahead, sweetheart. Kill me. Kill me right now. Nope. Nope, not feeling it. I was trying to do the chicken again with the sauce on it, but still not feeling it as much. It's like the heat died down a little bit there. So yeah, I wanted to give it another go, but nope. Nothing. I mean, except a little bit of heat, but still nothing. Nothing that really warrants having over 600,000 SHUs. No. Have I gone anywhere with me learning Finnish? Not really. Not as good as I want. I want to try again to go back to my roots and see how much I can learn once more. And see where I go from there. You think You would think that I would be able to feel over 600,000 SHU, but no. It was felt tamer than the last one I had, and that one really wanted me to drink as much milk as possible. Oh, see if you'll fill 1 million. Well, this is the last one. It's to be determined, so we don't even know how many SHUs are in this. It could be 1 million, could be 2 million, it could be 1 trillion. Hi. Oh, shut up.
Start digging in your butt, twin.
No, I'm not digging in there yet. There's no temptation for that. Hello, cat lady. Greetings and salutations. Hope you are doing well. Welcome to the stream. All right. If no one else has any questions, we might as well cap things off. We're nearing the 2-hour mark. So, if no one else has any questions, put some lights on you. I'm trying. This is as far as this ring light can go. This is the brightest it can get. I'm trying my blobby hardest. I wish I could do better lighting. I really do. But even getting this, it's not really intensifying enough for the occasion. Maybe we could go with natural light. Oh, look. Natural light. Get you some floodlights? Maybe. Flood out my entire apartment. Okay. So. Is that nature? Well, that could be a question. I don't know anymore. So therefore, we'll go in with the last dab. All right, everyone. Thank you for the clip, by the way. This is it. The ultimate one. The last dab Thermageddon. You think I should dab once I consume this? I hope you don't want me to dab. I really don't. Okay. Cataclysmic mix of world-wrecking breaking peppers. Thermageddon features 4 titans of Mount Scoville straight from Smoking Ed's fields. Scorpion Chili, Carolina Reaper, Pepper X, and the Apollo Pepper. The result is explosive heat, lightening up the taste buds of those who dare with a single dab. And if you want to perhaps go ahead and try out Hot One sauces, again, not sponsored. If you want to try maybe one of these, if you spend $75 or more on your first order, you can basically get your order for 15% off plus free shipping. As long as you answer the question how you prefer your sauces. Mild, mid, hot, or you are crazy. You're going to die. All right, here we go. You can either type in ! hot ones, or if you happen to be on YouTube, check in the description below for that link. I don't know how long the sale is going to be taking, but you know what? Oh, this is a sauce that just... This is like a chunky one. Seriously. It's like barely anything. Okay. You know what? That's good enough. Okay, you can already... I feel like I already feel the heat coming off from this. Do you think that's a substantial amount? This right here? I can smell it. Alright, here we go. Ooh. Takes another... Gets another chew in. It's definitely building up, that's for sure. But I don't know about you. I almost feel like, I mean, it is building up. But I got to remember to myself, I got in these maybe, has been a couple of months, not exactly a year since I got in these. Do you think if you don't use these right away, that the potency of the heat goes down as the months go on? Because something is telling me I'm gonna drink milk, but I'm seriously thinking it's not as hot as it should be. Okay, now I'm starting to feel it, but woo! Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, now we're getting somewhere here. That is intense. Ooh. Whew. I mean, that is hot. That is definitely on the hotter side of things. You can definitely feel that impact, really, for sure. But it almost feels, okay, yeah, it's, woo! Yeah, you can definitely feel that impact now. It is most certainly quite something. You saw that I put in a good amount on the tender, didn't you? You saw that I had a decent amount on there for the occasion, right? It didn't look like I didn't put in enough. They did a dance of death in your tum-tum. Well, that's no good. But yeah, that is it. That is all of the hot sauces. More than I would have tempted. Yeah, you probably would think these would be going to kill you in some ways. Those are cuddly bones. So I'm gonna check my stomach right now. Thankfully, there's no hole in there yet. But yeah, that is it. Probably gonna drink some more milk. Maybe drink the rest of this. Probably do so in easy spurts. There we go. But yeah, I was expecting a little bit more from that last dab. I don't know if it has anything to do with maybe they wanted you to put on more on there or something. I have a belly button hole. Oh no! I don't know if it needed like a bit more dabs on it, but I feel like if it was going to be the hottest sauce imaginable, only putting on a little bit would cause you to basically be in agonizing pain, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it just put you in agonizing pain with just a little dab on it? And I put on a plenty on that chicken tender. So, yeah. Maybe with some of the other ones, my taste buds might have melted. Yay! Could that mean that I can actually eat fruits again? Yo, his model right now. My mouth is on fire. I don't know about that. I mean, it is. I am feeling the heat in my mouth. There is no denying that. But it isn't like I'm about to gag. It isn't like I'm about to erupt. I don't know. I don't know what the reason is. I'm a little disappointed. Like, I was kind of expecting myself to suffer a little bit more for you. I bet some of you are disappointed that I'm not reacting the way that you wanted to. Believe me, I'm surprised as all of you. I'm as flabbergasted. This is supposed to be the hottest sauce yet. Maybe that's why this says to be determined. It just fluctuates. Watch, I try it again after I refrigerate all of these because they're supposed to refrigerate after opening. Then I'll probably feel the effects if I try it again on a sauce. Or maybe I'll just... No. I would not prank anyone trying out these hot sauce. Because these would be a bad time. Especially if they're very susceptible to heat. No, I wouldn't do that as a prank. Maybe for some of the medium versions? But not the hot stuff. That would be cruel. That would be unjust. That would just be irreprehensible. But yeah, that is going to do it for tonight. Believe it or not, it is a short stream. I can't believe it. We were gonna go until we finished off the last dab. And we did. So, that will do it. Are you surprised how well I reacted to all of these? I'm just telling you right now, these were fresh out of the box. I did not switch any of the sauces whatsoever with something else to tame my taste buds. I freshly opened them as you all saw me today. I did not mix them with anything else. That would ruin the fun. Because you want a content creator or streamer or whatever to have a little bit of suffering for humor's sake. Especially when they look as ridiculous as I do. But with that in mind, thank you for joining me. Another Donathon stream is over! Now who wants this dress? Who wants this dress? I'm gonna be washing it, by the way, in case you're wondering, oh, can I just get it off the sweat and all that? So what do we have left for our Donathon Gold streams? Well, of course, we still got the Chris Chan watch-alongs, which is gonna take forever to do on Thursdays. I feel like I'm gonna do them every last Thursday of each month, because we still have Spiritfarer to tend with. And then once that game is over, we will just have Thursdays just be Chris Chan watch-alongs of the comprehensive history until we're all caught up. And then we also have the unarchived karaoke, which I still need to hear back from some people to make sure that the songs they requested, or if they requested a song for me to do. I know there are some that will definitely be on the bracket, like Gangster's Paradise. That's what the song you wanted me to sing. And then there's, well, the voice acting lessons, but that's probably going to be something I do off stream. Once I pay off my Nintendo Switch 2 and whatnot, I'll probably look around to see if there's any viable workshops that I can attend for up close and personal to get some actual lessons in that. Or maybe sign up for an online course. I know that's the other one. And of course, we're playing the popular game slot, which is Tomodachi Life Living the Dream. And then there's tomorrow, which may or may not be a multiple event stream. So yes, one of my most popular streams that I've ever done, at least in terms of views, was my Smash or Pass streams with Pandemonia, as we basically looked at different people in media that are big handsome men and big beautiful women, meaning they are stacked with the fat a lot of the time. Sometimes strong fat, just different curves and all the sweet places. We're doing a sequel to that tomorrow. Afternoon, 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern. So we got 21 of each that I have found that we haven't rated before. So with that out of the way, that's going to be an early one. So reminder to stay tuned if you're interested in that. And I'll also, I'm gonna figure out if I'm gonna be doing the karaoke stream next Saturday. I was originally gonna go with the Warhammer Vermintide stream with my friends, but I forgot that one of them will not be available over that weekend. That is Memorial Day weekend for sure. So more than likely next Saturday. Oh yes, the miniature stream too. I got the arm to hold up the phone. All I really need to get now is a nice little section to put all of my miniature paints in, like a desk mat. And I just gotta make sure my phone works properly with my setup, that I can actually stream from that. That's what I'm gonna have to try and make sure we can get going. I don't know when that's gonna happen, but I'm hoping we can get it done before the next donathon in October. I hope it's sooner than that. But yeah, those are all the donathon goals we still have left to do that we accomplished. So with that said, friendly reminder to everyone, if you want to try out the Hot One sauce, and if you are a first time individual who hasn't ordered from them before and order $75+ of their sauces. In fact, getting one of the boxes that will definitely help you to achieve that goal for sure. You can get 15% off and free shipping as long as you answer truthfully this question at the beginning. What spice level do you like the most? I say medium. That's me. I think medium is the right spice setting for me to hot. As long as there is a little bit of complementary flavor that goes into it, then it's good by me in a long stretch of things. Oh yeah, that is going to do it for today. Let's see, of course, if you would like to follow me on Twitch, we are now, let's see here, 68 followers away from reaching 1,000 followers, which is astronomical. So if you want to help me get to that, feel free to follow if you haven't already. If you feel like I have earned that follow. And then over on YouTube, feel free to check the description down below for all my socials, the link to the Hot One sauce if you're interested in that. So many other things too. And then you can feel free to subscribe over there, like and comment. I normally also post YouTube shorts every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. More than likely, you're gonna see a good amount of Tomodachi Life streams going, clips going on there, or maybe some from tomorrow's stream or even today's. Now, here's the question of the day. What was the hottest sauce that you've ever had that gave you a bad time? Feel free to comment down below. Honestly, the only one that gave me the bad time would probably be the bomb. The other ones just, I guess didn't quite cut it for me. For those ones. You have none, huh? But you gotta be careful next time you have one of those sauces then in this case. Because they can be hot. I just don't know why it's the case not for me. Now I feel like I need to blow my nose now. And I also probably need to get some grocery shopping done before the end of the day. Just so I can get some Kleenexes or facial tissue because I have none. I'm gonna use my toilet paper to sneeze up and spread out a storm. But yeah, feel free to comment down below what your worst experience with the Hot One sauce or the Hot One sauce that pained you the most down below. Let's be amicable and understanding as well, because some of us just can't handle heat as well as others. I'm surprised I was able to handle the heat so well. But yeah, let's find someone that we can raid over on the Twitch side of things. I try to go with groceries. Aldi oftentimes is the place that I like to go, as well as Trader Joe's on some occasions. We got Goosty. Goosty Bell, for those of you who may not be familiar with, Has been a few on my collabs in the past. And you know what? I think this might be the collab that she wanted me to take part in. Oh, that's next Saturday. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and raid Goosty. I'll just go with, I'm a pretty princess. Wait. Princess raid. Do we have a nice princess, like standard emote? Let's see. We'll just go with your stink man. That's probably the one. There we go. I'm a pretty princess raid. And then we'll go with that. You know what? I'll go with Wade. So we can keep with that theme. You're getting the ultra. Would be the right emote for that. Let's just do the goth one, simply because it fits the princess theme. All right, time for me to get this dress off and all of that and get into some regular clothes. And now we can start the raid. All right, everyone. I did it. Another Donathon Gold stream finished. I went through it with hopefully flying countless. Raised over $1,000 for Extra Life for Kids thanks to your support. And now we got a few more Donathon goals to go, including tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central, by the way, with Pandemonium as we do a Smash or Pass of big, handsome men and big, beautiful women tomorrow. Feel free to tune in for that time. And until then, hope you all have an exquisite rest of your day, whether it be the morning, afternoon, evening, or night, depending on where you may be. Ta-ta for now.